Hello guys, how are you all doing? Welcome back to another Championship Match Week Roundup. Today we are rounded up Match Week 6 of the Championship. If you're going to enjoy, drop a like and subscribe and let me know your thoughts on all the games or just your team in the comment section down below and how you thought your side got on. Let's begin. We begin on the Friday night between Stoke and Hull. We did do a live watch along for this game and it was an interesting game. The first game, of course, for new manager Narcis Pilash for Stoke. Still need to work on my pronunciation for that one. And they actually went 1-0 up. I was quite impressed with the first half, really, of Stoke. Playing some nice, exciting football. Having the ball in good areas and moving it quickly to better areas of the pitch to try and hurt Hull on this occasion. However, second half, it was a complete flip. I thought that the substitution from Walter of Miller really did help them so well. So direct, so creative, skillful player. And in the end, 63 minutes in the game and Hull get a penalty. Casey Palmer can't score from the penalty, but on the rebound, it's headed home the second time of asking. And then, of course, 77 minutes, it's Regan Slater just come off the bench and he struck home to put Hull in the lead, and then to round off the game, Ben Wilmot own goal in the end on 79 minutes. In the end then, it's a great win for Hull, their first win of the season. For Stoke, many positives to take, but they just couldn't see the game out on this occasion. Saturday lunchtime games now, and it ended Norwich 4, Watford 1. This is incredible. I mean, from last week, Norwich really disappointed me, and Watford being, one of the early pace setters in the Championship, for Norwich to batter them at home and get their first home win of the season is incredible, and some style as well. The scrum was opened 3 minutes in from an incredible strike from Callum Doyle. 26 minutes in though, Andrews equalised for Watford, and then, on the stroke of half-time, Borja signed with a great finish to put Norwich in the lead just before the break. And second half then, Nunez with a goal and Crescense with a goal as well to wrap it up just for the 90th minute. Really good work from Norwich, and they're starting to actually click into place now. QPR 1, Millwall 1. Interesting game this one. Actually predicted this one bang on the money. Had a pretty good week on predictions this time around. Millwall opened the score in 34 minutes in. It was that man Duncan Watmore again. He just cannot stop scoring, can he? But, of course, as the game went on, only moments later, really, before half-time, Michael Frey with the equaliser. Good finish as well. He's proven to be, amongst quite a lot of the goals so far this season for the QPR, which is great to see. In this one, though, pretty even in the London derby. Sunderland 1, Middlesbrough 0. This was a great game, and I don't know how Middlesbrough didn't score, if I'm honest. They had some great chances, but that's been the story of their season so far. The creativity's there, just cannot score as many as they deserve to score, if that sort of makes sense. They're having so many chances and only scoring 1 or 2, and on this occasion, none. It's Rig, the 17-year-old, I believe it is, to score for Sunderland. Incredible goal as well, very composed from the youngster. That man's got a lot of talent and, great goal 24 minutes into the game, and it proves to be the only goal, and to put Sunderland, back amongst the victories. Now, after a disappointing weekend last time out, they'll be very happy with this result. On to the 3 o'clock games on Saturday. It ended Bristol City 2, Oxford 1. Oxford did open the scoring thanks to Ruben Rodriguez, and they definitely should have made it 2-0. Mark Harris missed an absolute sitter. I don't know how they've not scored there. And of course, in the Championship, you don't take your chances. You don't always get what you deserved. And Bristol City, with a late comeback to win the game, they started to come back off with Sinclair Armstrong with a shot which should never be going in. I think the Oxford keeper, Jamie Cummins, knows he should be saving that one. And then 75 minutes in, penalty to Bristol City. It's Naki Wells, and he's never going to miss from 12 yards, is he? Easy as you like, and Bristol City back to winning ways. And they needed this because last 2 away games have both been 3-0 defeats. Burnley 2, winless Portsmouth 1, and they remain winless this season. Only themselves and Cardiff are yet to win a game in the Championship this season. However, Portsmouth have had by far one of the hardest starts to the Championship this season, playing Burnley in this one where they went ahead in this one. It was Callum Lang with the goal just before half-time, and second half then Scott Parker had to bring on the likes of Jeremy Sarmiento, who was involved in the First one where he put it into the back of the net, great finish, no chance for Norwich in goal. And then the second one is it's frustrating to watch if I'm honest as a neutral, because Norwich doesn't dive for it. He thinks the Brownhill shot is going wide, and it just creeps into the corners, doesn't it? So very frustrating for Portsmouth. Probably should have had at least a point from this one. But once again, it's the Championship, and you don't always get what you deserve in the Championship. I feel like all three newly promoted sides have learned that this weekend in the Championship, where it's only slim margins between them and the opposition. Cardiff 0, Leeds 2, and at the time recording, Errol Bulut has been sacked. He's been given the bullet, and he's been shot out the door at Cardiff there. And of course, Leeds getting the win in this one. To be fair though, Cardiff 23 minutes in had a man sent off, Bagon. I'm not going to lie, I'd love to be biased here, but what on earth is the ref sent him off for? You know, we love to see it as a Swans fan, but I don't have a clue what he sent Bagon off for on that occasion. It should never be a red, if I'm honest, barely a yellow, truth be told. But in the end, that's the way it goes. And then Leeds, of course, 30 minutes in, Ramzani with his goal for Leeds, to nice finish by the way, to open the scoring before Joel Perreault makes it 2 just before the end of the game. You know, Cardiff just can never stop Joel Perreault, can they? Even when he was at Swansea. But of course, penalty missed on the 65th minute from Pascal Strike. I don't know what on earth that is. He's trying to go down the middle, be smart, but it's an atrocious penalty. And yeah, it deserved to be saved, if we're honest. In the end, in Cardiff, Bulut gets sacked. No idea who will be replaced. You'd think maybe before the next weekend they'll get a replacement in. But no, Cardiff have had an awful start. I think it's the worst start in something like 94 years for them. Only 1 point so far this season. 1 goal scored. Yeah, I mean, that is punching above their weight for a club like Cardiff. Coventry 1, Swansea 2. Swansea remain a bogey side for Coventry, which we love to see. It's Liam Cullen 8 minutes in to open a scoring of a striker's goal from the penalty box. Just sees the ball coming towards him, has a snapshot, finds its way to the back of the net. The Ollie Cooper second goal was very nice as well. I did speak in the prediction video for this match week that, you know, we need to start scoring a little bit more goals, because so far we've not conceded more than 1 goal in a match. Touch wood, that happens and continues. But, you know, for scoring 2 goals a game and, you know, only conceding 1, you do the maths, we're going to win every week. But of course, we're going to have some games where we are going to concede more than 1. I'm not that biased to think, you know, we're not going to concede more than 1 every game. But most of the time, you know, it works. And in this one, it did indeed. It's a Jack Radoni shot which deflects off Ronaldo, which makes the game very close just 2 minutes after the Swans went 2-0 up. But Coventry, what's happened to them? You know, we all know they start seasons slow. Once again happening this year. They need to pick it up. I'm sure they will, but the pressure now mounting on Mark Robbins. But he's been in this situation, it feels like every season with Coventry. I think they'll rise above it, and they will come good eventually. But how long will that take is the worrying thing for Coventry fans. Luton 2, Sheffield Wednesday 1, and what a game this one was. Barry Bannon making it 2-2 for him, scoring a great volley in this one. Honestly, it's such a sweet strike after half-time. And then Rob Edwards brings on Carlton Morris, and they get a penalty on 77 minutes. It is a pen. Bernard is giving as much in orders for a handball in the process. He's blocked the first one, and then the second one he's blocked with his arm. Good spot from the referee there to send him off as well. Morris, calm as you like from the spot, converts it well, and then 11 minutes later, it's a winner for Carlton Morris. Super sub indeed. It's been quite difficult for Rob Edwards because, you know, a player like Carlton Morris, you want to start him, but he's acknowledged that maybe it's not working, taking a different approach, and now he's still having an impact in the game as well. So really good there from Rob Edwards, in my opinion, and great leadership and great quality from Carlton Morris in the end to come on and have such impact in a game. Sheffield United 1, Derby 0. Sheffield United still unbeaten so far this season, and it's a Gustavo Hamer free kick, and wow, what a goal that is. Derby goalkeeper, I need to work on a pronunciation of his name, but he looks incredible. He's the second coming of Petr Cech, of course, with the cap on as well. No, really good goalkeeper, and Derby very unlucky in the end. Going forward, they just were missing a few pieces of the puzzle. But Sheffield United probably should have had another goal. I'm not complaining. Got this prediction once again spot on, which very happy about, of course. But Sheffield United, I don't think they've been... I don't mean this disrespectfully. I don't think they're anything special so far this season, but they are getting the results, which is important, of course, and they're only going to improve. So this would have been the best time to play them, really, sooner rather than later. Great win for Sheffield United, nevertheless. From one unbeaten side to another, and one that set top of the tree. West Brom 1, Plymouth 0. Josh Maguire again amongst the goals, and yeah, great way. 62 minutes in. Getting the winner in the end. It turned out to be for West Brom, who, yes, it's just so good, so good. Carlos Corberán, great manager, and I think he is taking West Brom to the Premier League. I think it will be this season, I really do. Of course, a long way to go, but the consistency and lineups he's shown, the style of play, everyone's buying in the same direction, and they haven't necessarily spent big in the windows. They're just working with what he's got. A lot of outgoings, but it doesn't matter. He's such a good manager. Yeah, they're on their way to the Premier League. As for Plymouth, much improved. They're not getting smashed now, which is great to see, and they are being very competitive. So I think a bit of respect needs to be put on Plymouth's name. And that Morgan Whittaker chance, he's very unlucky not to score, and it's a completely different game if that was to happen. But in the end, I think the better side just about won in this one. And on Derby Day on the Sunday, it ended Preston 0, Blackburn 0. Didn't do a watch along for this one, but of course I saw the highlights of this one, and wow, what a game. Fierce rivalry, and it did show on the red card count in this one. 2 red cards in the end, 1 apiece. It's Sam Greenwood for Preston getting sent off just before half time, forcing Lewis Baker of Blackburn to get subbed off before half time. And then there's not much goalmouth action throughout the whole game, for honest. It's just a fierce game. And then Owen Beck is sent off for Blackburn towards the end. And the Preston forward, Osmajic, I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name, has betted him in the back of the net on his back. So, I mean, crazy that no one spotted that as well. He even showed the official as well, which is crazy, and still nothing. So, wow, incredible game. No goals though, which is the only downfall from that one. Blackburn remain unbeaten, and Preston now starting to build up the points under Paul Heckingbottom. In match week 6 of the Championship, 28 goals were scored. Goal of the week for me, it's between the Bannon goal and the Harmer free kick. For me, it's just going to be the Harmer free kick. If Bannon scored this goal last week, I think he would have got it. But this week, with such close competition, I've got to give it to Gustavo Hamer for his free kick. Incredible effort, and in the end, it's got them the 3 points in that game. Surprise of the week, I've got to give it to Norwich. I was expecting Watford to win this one, or maybe a draw, but to Norwich win 4-1. Watford have started really well. Norwich their first home win of the season, bouncing back from last week, where they were awful when they played my team Swansea. Very impressed with this display. It's just building now the consistency, of course. Norwich will know that off past seasons when they've blown away the Championship. So, surprise of the week this week has to be Norwich for me. Manager of the week, I've gone for Rob Edwards to bring on Carter Morris and be the deciding man. The bravery not to start such a high caliber player now after scoring goals in the Premier League as well is a brave decision, and one that's worked out, and getting them the win this weekend as well. On screen now is what the Championship table looks like after 6 games being played. Of course, Cardiff now parting ways with Errol Bulut as they still sit bottom. Let me know in the comment section down below who you think will be the new Cardiff City boss. But top of the tree is West Brom, leading the way, still unbeaten this season. Very good, of course, and my team Swansea there, creeping amongst the playoffs. Very happy with that indeed. And on screen now is how EFL Fantasy has gone for me this match week. We have got some more games going on midweek, I believe. So it's sort of a double game week, which is great to see. So more points added to this. Let me know how many points you got in the comment section down below. If you want to join the league, the code is in the description down below. And a huge thank you to everyone watching. Hopefully you all enjoyed. If you have, drop a like and subscribe as always. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you very soon, guys. Take care. Goodbye.